Hello everybody and welcome back to Voice of Fire Tarot. So for today's reading, this is going to be about the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is going to happen on Saturday, the 28th of October 2023. And full moons anyway are very powerful. They throw light on things that were in the shadows. Also about sort of clearing old energies, releasing old energies. Any kind of intentions that you set during the new moon will really start to come to their full power in the full moon. And this is just a few of the things that the full moon can be associated with. So this is really how powerful it is. Also, we are in Scorpio season now, which again, adds to the intensity of this particular full moon. And it's a lunar eclipse, and also it's the last lunar eclipse of 2023. So really, this is about endings, things being kind of cast away, ready for new things to come through. So really intensely powerful, very powerful for me as well, because I have my Chiron in Taurus and it's in the sign of Taurus. My Chiron is also in the 8th house, which is also to do with endings and beginnings. So I can really feel the intense energies around this particular full moon. And yeah, full moon and a lunar eclipse, so really powerful. So for this reading, I'm just going to be asking what is going to come in for you for this full moon lunar eclipse. So I'm going to be asking what's coming in for you, and then I'm going to be asking Spirit for any advice about anything you can do for the full moon, any way you can deal with these energies, any way you can deal with these changes, any practical things you can do, anything that you can focus on, anything like that really, general advice from Spirit. So there will be 3 piles to choose from. So if you pick the first group, you will be selecting the lovely Moonstone. So for group 2, it will be the Pyrite, which is a lovely lucky crystal as well. Very much to do with material abundance, luck, good fortune. Also, I forgot to mention that Taurus is to do with all our luxuries. It's very grounded, stable energies, but it is in no means superficial. So it's very much to do with our comforts and, our sense of feeling stable on Earth as well. So comforts, luxuries, and stability are just a few of the keywords that come up for me really with Taurus. And when you combine that with a full moon and a lunar eclipse and being in Scorpio season as well, you can just see how powerful it is. And for group 3, we have the clear quartz. And as we know with clear quartz, this amplifies any particular energy. So really, I just feel all of these, they always are anyway, but all of these 3 groups are going to be very powerful. I feel that the collective energies are also powerful as well. So it's really about expecting possibly the unexpected, but really expecting a lot of power from this reading. So, as usual, please take your time, use your intuition, and pause the video if necessary if you need more time just to make the correct selection. You may choose one pile, you might find that more than one group actually resonates with you, and that's perfectly fine. But remember that they are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do wish to have a personal reading, then you can do so by following the link below as well. As usual, if you like what you see, what you hear, please remember to press the like button, share as well, and leave a comment if you wish to do so. But for now, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you at your reading. Goodbye. Hello Group 1, and welcome to your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is happening this Saturday, the 20th of October 2023. You chose the Moonstone, which is obviously very apt for a full moon reading as well. And when connecting to your energies, what immediately came to me was that Saturday is ruled by Saturn. Saturn's also, one of the many meanings of Saturn is to do with, the taskmaster. Learning those lessons, possibly difficult lessons, but it's also about hard work, putting in the hard work and in order for you to get the rewards that you deserve. And I get an image of, it's almost like an old ancient manuscript, and I just see a flame, and it's almost catching fire and being transmuted and being burnt. So what I feel is, from this kind of imagery that I'm getting, is that there's old energies, old things that have been holding you back. It just feels very Saturnian, really. It feels like there's old energies, things that are falling away. It could be ancestral. It does have kind of an ancient ancestral feel to it as well. So there could have been particular karmic energies or things that you've been carrying for a long time. But it does feel like a door is closing on that. The old tatty manuscript, the ancient manuscript, the ancient, it's almost like a rule book that you lived by before is being burnt away. And this is to make way for something new. It feels like you've done a lot of hard work and there's been a lot of struggling up to now, but this feels like a door's been closed on that struggle and you're coming to a new phase, which is also really, really powerful. We're in Scorpio season. So this is all about deaths. So in terms of death, what I'm talking about is death of old energies, death of things that do not serve us anymore. Okay, things that are done, things that are dusted, and time to move on. So I'm really getting a massive feeling of a massive clear out of old ancient energies that don't serve you anymore. They've served their purpose now, and you're going to move on to a much better stage. This is what I feel. Okay, so let's get a bit more information from the tarot. So Spirit, for the people in group 1 who chose the Moonstone, please can you tell me, what does the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus have in store for them? What's coming in for them, please, for the next full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus that's happening this Saturday? So, firstly, we have the Seven of Wands. So I do feel, looking at this card, that a lot of you have been struggling. But it seems like even though you've been struggling, you're still fighting and you're actually on top and you have the higher ground, which is really, really good. And it's almost like the universe is recognizing the hard work you've been putting in for such a long time. And then we have Five of Wands. So I see a lot of this. This to me is representative of a lot of the old things. This could be old energies, things that have been holding you back. Things from a long time ago, which is causing all this confusion, all this muddle, really. It almost looks like a crisscross of netting that's covering your vision almost. That is going to start to clear away. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, now, on the surface of looking at this card, some people often, associate the Four of Pentacles with, being blocked, being too kind of grounded, not connected. But I feel there's something different here. I feel, to me, that there's a sense of because often full moons, they bring things to light, things from the shadows, and then they kind of cast them away for new energies to come in. So I do feel a lot of this is almost like this has been blasted away, this sense of being weighed down and really, really heavy. It's almost like after this new moon, obviously things don't always happen spontaneously or quickly at the time of the full moon, but what it does, it heralds the beginning of new energies that last many months, even years afterwards. So I do feel like a big change. And with the number 5 is all about, challenges and going through challenges as well. So I am going to get some clarifiers, and I'm going to get a clarifier for this Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, I don't know why it says 7, that's strange. Four of Pentacles. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Four of Pentacles. So for people in group 1, please. Please can you clarify the Four of Pentacles? Very different energy. We have the Three of Cups. And what I'm seeing here it's almost like when I talked about heralding new energies, it's almost like a door is being closed on this chapter. And then we have the Three of Cups coming through, which is about, to me, it's almost like unification of mind, body and soul. But there's a nice free, you can see his, here he's sort of rooted on the spot. He's very, it's almost like he's pushed down. But here with the Three of Cups, they're dancing about their free and they're celebrating, which to me is it's coming through for you. But what I think's happening is on the actual full moon, what's happening is it's really going to highlight to you the areas in your life where you have this kind of, confusion, this feeling of being weighed down. This is going to help you to cast that away. The full moon, the light, the essence of the full moon, energetically, it's going to help you cast all of that away and embody more of this energy. This is more, number three is to do with creation, creating new energies, creating new things, a very, very different energy to these energies. Okay, so I am going to go to my Moonology deck just with a bit more information for people in group 1. For the next full moon, this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, please. Interesting. Balance, spirituality and practicality. Full moon, we have full moon, but we have here in Pisces. Okay, and what I'm seeing here balance, so spirituality I'm seeing with the Three of Cups. And I'm also getting quite a Piscean feel into this as well. There's like a flow to it. Sorry about that, there's a plane in the background at the moment. And the practicality, I'm really seeing this with the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles doesn't have to be a particularly negative thing if it's in balance. Four of Pentacles can be a way that you navigate the earth. But what's happened is you're starting to get more of a balance with your spiritual side. With that sense of, the Pisces is all about flow. It's about connecting to your imagination. It's a kind of very artistic, very poetic kind of sign. It's about being in tune, being in touch with your feelings. You can see here in the Four of Pentacles, he's actually got the pentacle in front of his heart. It's almost like he's guarding his heart. But I'm seeing a balance between this and actually opening up. Your heart chakra is being opened. As you can see with the Three of Cups, there's a celebration. There's a feeling of being close to yourself and possibly other people as well around you. And you actually go into the flow of things without all this resistance. Very interesting. Very much a time of balances, I think. Again, I talked about closing doors. It's about closing doors on the old energy of that resistance of feeling really, really heavy and just practical and moving into a much more balanced energy as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to this deck now, I think. So for the full moon in Taurus, for group 1, what information do you have for them? What more information do you have for them, please, Spirit? Dice gamble. Wow. Okay, so what I am seeing here, so I'm looking at the word gamble, and I feel a lot of you, it almost feels like it's going to be a bit scary with this full moon energy, because full moons, never mind whether the lunar, obviously this is a lunar eclipse and it's in the Scorpio season, so it's going to feel a bit scary. It's almost going to feel like you're so used to everything being sort of grounded, practical, knowing where you're going next, knowing what the next step is, that now you're coming into this new energy, it's going to feel a bit scary. It's going to feel unpredictable. And also you're embodying this energy of Pisces, and Pisces is all about flowing, not worrying where you're going next. It's like going with the flow, and this might feel quite intimidating, I think, for many of you as well. It's almost, there's a sense that with these old energies of being really, really heavy, energetically dropping away, Spirit is giving you an opportunity to actually start to take a chance. And obviously, when I'm talking about risks, we're talking about sensible risks, obviously measured risks that feel right for you, and it will feel more intuitively right. We're not talking about doing anything reckless. What we're talking about is taking risks that feel right to you, and because your intuition, because you're actually combining or balancing your spirituality and practicality, the decisions you make, the risks you take are going to be more in line with your intuition, and then you know it's coming from a high source. You know, when you're in line with your intuition, you're actually acting according to what your soul wants as well. So it's a much higher connection than if we're merely using the mind and thinking through things logically. There's a nice combination here. So yeah, it's about being a bit more free and easy. I think that's what's coming in. But yeah, obviously massive transformation for you, and it's going to feel quite intense and a bit unpredictable for a little bit of the time afterwards. So I think it's a time of you starting to adapt to this change in energy, of bringing in that more flowy kind of intuitive energy as well. But very exciting. I can see a lot of big changes for you, Group 1. All right, what I would like to know now, I would like, please, Spirit, some advice for people in Group 1. I would like to know anything that they can do for the full moon, anything, you know, to embody really, to make the most of the energy that's coming through for them, with, you know, that strong eclipse, scorpionic energy, anything that they can focus on, anything that they need to be aware of, please, anything like that. Okay. So we have, wow, we have another number 3. We now have a major arcana. We have the Empress card. Beautiful. And then we have the 2 of Swords. And then we have the 2 of Wands. So we have 2 2s as well. And I'm seeing here, what they really want you to do is really to get in tune with, obviously when we're talking about Taurus, we're talking about luxuries, things that are beautiful. You know, similar, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus as well as Libra as well. And we have the sign of Venus here. So what they're saying is, remember I talked about the old manuscript. It looks old, it looks tired, it's burning away. That's the kind of the old rule book. Now you can come in and you can start focusing on things that you like, things you enjoy. This is what this Empress card is really about. It's really getting in tune with the beauty of Mother Nature, and from that new ideas will birth. What seemed like a gamble, frightening gamble, will now seem much more intuitive. It will seem more exciting. Also, connection with the earth might be a really good thing. So things like, often what people do in a full moon is to even walk outside barefooted. And to me, it doesn't even matter if it's raining. I know it's a really good thing to do, to really get that connection with the earth. Walk on the grass barefooted. Even better if you're doing it in the moonlight as well. So you're being bathed in that, you know, that full moon energy as well. This to me is having that sense, this 2 of Swords is having that sense of mental clarity, that sense of being centered, really centered, and there's a space opening up energetically. I do get a strong sense of, when I see these cards together, I get a sense of you having some sort of ritual where you really get to start to center yourself. You could be meditating, thinking, sitting out, walking barefoot, whatever it is, and you're absorbing all this moonlight energy. And what this is doing, this is actually opening up your inner space. It's opening up your intuition. It's almost like you're expanding your aura outwards and you're getting a lovely connection. So instead of being really grounded, stuck, because if you see here, in this particular reading, we have 2 pentacles here, and it's almost like he's got his shoes on as well, and he's not able to connect to the earth properly. He can't connect to the, you can see like a pentacle above his crown, so we can't connect there, and he can't connect through the heart. But now we have a much more freer energy. So this is about, you know, possibly one thing you could do is kind of visualize all that energy and light coming through your feet from Mother Earth, and also light, you know, through your heart and through, you know, from the cosmos, from spirit coming through your crown chakra, your heart chakra. And it's almost like, try to imagine that these lights are becoming balanced. It's almost like when I see this, I get a sense of a warmth coming through from Mother Earth, a sense that you're being looked after, a sense that you belong. And this will give you much more freedom and also much more power. And we've gone from Mother Earth here, Here we have the world or the earth in his hands. So he has complete control in the Two of Wands over where he's going. He's hatching a plan. He knows what he's going to go next. Yes, he knows there's risks, but now he's going forward because he's actually made himself really centered, as you see here. He's connected to the energy of Mother Earth. Now he has much more information. He's going forwards with courage and he's hatching that plan. And yeah, he's ready to take the next step, which is really, really wonderful. So there's loads of things you could do really and to focus on. But I really think being centered and being in that space of reflection is really important for you. Also remember, with the full moon energy, anything that's really emotional and really volatile, as with all full moons, that will be heightened. So things might feel a bit crazy, a bit chaotic, but which is normal. So really, it's the best time to be in that reflective mood that kind of centered, and then you can withstand all of this around you. This to me is all that kind of chaos around you. So what they're saying is it's really up to you whether you want to get involved and be tied in with all this chaos, or whether you just want to go with the flow of things. Tuning to that higher energy, open your heart chakra, connect to Mother Earth, get really centered. Okay, I'm going to get a clarifier for this card, I think. So, Spirit, more information please for the Empress card for people in group 1 who chose the Moonstone. Unbelievable. So, they've shown me here a contrast. This is almost like a warning. So what they're saying here, it will feel chaotic, okay? But there's a way that you can manage this if you get centered and you tune in more. And the way they're giving you is here. It's about really getting tuned in with the beauty, could be looking at the beauty of nature, really getting, whether it's nighttime or daylight, it doesn't really matter. Getting in touch with the animals, getting in touch with wildlife, or really anything that makes you feel grounded and connected to Earth. Anything you enjoy doing is really important. And what that will do, this is actually, as you can see, it's starting to decrease. This sense of struggle and resistance is starting to fall away because you're really getting centered, and this is helping you to withstand all this kind of chaotic energy as well. So I think I'm going to go back to this deck, I think. So advice please for people in group 1. What can they do? What can they focus on during this full moon phase? Hydromancy, illusion. Okay. What I feel here, I get a very still energy. Someone's looking into a pool and they're seeing a reflection. What's interesting as well, you see it looks like a full moon in the reflection. It's reflecting back at them. Often, moons can be scary. Moons can be to do with illusion and deception, but also there's a sense that if you look, it's almost like you're looking into the eyes or the face of the full moon, then you will get truth back because you faced that illusion. This to me is also relying on your intuition. She's got her eyes covered, so she doesn't want to see the illusion of the three-dimensional or the struggle around her. What she's doing, she's relying on her intuition. She's relying on expanding her third eye. And what this will do, this will start to see through the illusion. You're seeing things to what they really are. Things are starting to come to you as well. But in order to do that, you need to be reflective. You need to allow time and space for yourself. So whatever ritual you do, if it is a ritual, you need to be, I just feel you need to have that sense, just give that time to yourself, not let other energies come through. Okay, now one more, I think. I'm going to go to this deck now. So any more advice for people in group 1 about this, about how to really make the most of this full moon energy? Syrian emissaries, dream for the new earth, time, now for a magical life. This is wonderful. Yes, so remember we have the Earth card here, we have the Empress here, the new Earth. So it's almost like you know, when you're contemplating and everything, you go into that dream state, you're actually rising, you're coming to earth from a much higher frequency. And this is what they want you to focus on. This is about you connecting to your inner world, to the dream world, your imagination. And this will give you more, just a sense of magic, I think, about the world around you. And the things that seemed important, are no longer seen as important. They start to fall away, and you can start to move forward. This will actually free up your energy as well, so you can move forward in a much more magical way as well. And you can see this person, she's rising up. And if you look, there's no legs needed really, energetically, obviously, to ground her. She's not grounded. So obviously it's important. We are human beings. We are, we're based on Earth. We need to be grounded. But there's also, what they're telling me is there's a need for you to mix that groundedness with the sense of magic. It's when you're outside, and I'm going back to barefoot again, but when you're outside with your barefoot on the grass, you're being grounded that way, but also you can let yourself really sort of connect to them higher frequencies as well. Let your imagination wander, and this will be a really, really lovely exercise for you. And what this will do, this will help you to embody this big change, because the doors are closing on a previous life where everything was very, very three-dimensional, in the sense that very practical. Obviously being practical is good, but very practical without spirituality. So what's happened is you're blending the two for the perfect balance. Okay, so a very involved reading. What's that? Okay, so a very involved reading, group 1. Thank you very much. Very interesting reading to start with. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, all the usual things. But for now, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hello Group 2, and welcome to your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on Saturday the 20th of October 2023. You chose the lovely Pyrite crystal, and when I'm connecting to your kind of energies, what's in store for you, I'm getting the funny image of a person standing on what looks like a wobbly kind of platform. It's like a plate or something on a stick, but it's like a big platform. It's like black marble, and there's like a pit, like a dark pit below it. But it's almost like the platform is trying to rise, sort of elevate itself in the air with this person on it. And there's kind of like a sense of white light or something to the right hand side. There's almost like this feeling of ascension, but the journey is a bit kind of wobbly at the moment. It feels very, very intense, and it feels like this could signify kind of like what you might experience during the full moon and for some time after. That feeling of ascension is really strongly coming through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the tarot just to get a bit more information about this. So for people in group 2 who chose the Pyrite crystal, please can you give me more information about what this next full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus has in store for them, please. And why they flipped over. Okay. What have we got? So, what has the tarot to reveal? Okay. So here, for the first card, we have the Page of Wands, followed by the Star. Wow, very powerful already. And followed by the Empress. What a beautiful display of cards. So very, very positive from the outset. So we have the Page of Wands, and the pages, as you know, are messengers. And it does feel, I'm still going with this feeling of ascension. And what's strange, the Star, it's almost like you have stuff or frequencies and stuff that's coming down to earth, and it's almost like it's replenishing your body, and not just your physical body but your energetic body. Your astral layer, your other layers, your aura basically is being really, really replenished and renewed. It feels it's been shaky, but it's almost like a sense of, it's almost like a rebirth really what I'm seeing here with the star card. And as you know, this in the tarot, a lot of you might not know, but a lot of you do know that the tarot comes straight after the Tower card, which is obviously very scorpionic. It's to do with destruction of the old ways, and bringing in the new. And I'm saying bringing in the new, and I'm looking at the Empress, and I'm always getting this sense the Empress is obviously, she's to do with Mother Nature. Well, she is Mother Nature, basically, Mother Earth. Gaia is personifying that energy, and it's almost like you're bringing in, or something is bringing in a new Earth for you, but it's a much more ascended kind of Earth. Something, an Earth, obviously it's still, obviously three-dimensional, but there's a sense of it, it's going up another level towards a higher dimension. There's a sense of intrigue, a sense of otherworldliness to this new Earth that's coming through. So it almost feels that, yeah, the old is being destroyed and sort of moved away. And I almost get this pioneering energy from this Page of Wands. There's a sense of the pioneer, somebody going out, somebody forging. It's almost terraforming a new world as well. When people go on, in science fiction movies and they terraform other planets, they build other planets. It almost looks like she's doing this here. She's feeding the Earth. She's feeding another planet. I get a sense that a lot of you in this group are also star seeds. So it's almost like you're bringing this new knowledge. It's almost like a door is being opened during this full moon. And as you know, full moons, they reflect loads of light. This is a very, very powerful full moon, very transformational full moon, because this in the season of Scorpio. Also a lunar eclipse as well, so a lot of very powerful energies coming through, and it's almost like there's a channel between you and your other lives, whether this be future lives, past lives, parallel lives really, in other star systems. And it's like you're bringing in new knowledge for the new Earth. And this is what I'm getting a sense of. It's feeling a bit shaky because it's new. Remember that platform's rising. There's a dark pit below. It's like a sense, if it's not done right, you'll fall off into the dark pit. But there's kind of like, there's a guiding light. That light that I saw on the right side of the screen. It's almost like you're rising up, but it just feels very shaky at the moment. But that's because it's new, though. Frequencies are getting fine-tuned, frequencies are getting increased, and this full moon is really amplifying that power for you, amplifying that connection. Yes, so a very, very pioneering spirit, and I think you'll feel like, almost like you feel that sense of the pioneer who goes out and makes a new world for themselves. This is what I'm seeing here, going out courageously and making a new world, a new Earth. And here we've got the Star card mixed with the Empress, and obviously this is to do with beauty. Venus as well, and again, as you can see, Venus here. It's like you're bringing through that beauty from other star systems, other planets, other dimensions, and you're bringing it to the Earth. So yeah, for some of you, I feel that you're probably doing something very, very creative, or you're working possibly on something, or you have some sort of ideas that you want to bring down. And this will be a very, very promising, fruitful time for you. It's really like you have to get the most out of the energy, take the opportunity now, because the Page of Wands is almost like he's waiting there with his stick, and he's waiting for the opportunity to strike. And this is what it feels like for this full moon. So it's really capitalizing on the power of this particular full moon to bring this new Earth in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a clarifier for the Star card. So Spirit, for people in group 2 who chose the Pyrite crystal, please can you clarify the Star card? Oh, wow. So I'm seeing the Two of Cups, and what I instantly found when I'm looking at this, yes, the Two of Cups can refer to, our earthly love connections, but I feel from this, and especially with looking at the bottom of this deck, I'm seeing freshness, new perspectives, a new Earth, which is more aligned with people being in touch with their spiritual centers, being more centered and in touch with spirit, it's almost like you're the foregrounder. You're laying the foundations, you're terraforming for this new earth where people are more connected. They're more on this frequency of love. People are coming together. They're more connected to their intuition. It's much more that more and more people are becoming more aligned with their higher selves and that higher frequency, and it feels like you are the pioneer for that, and that this full moon is really, because obviously full moons illuminate, the full moon is illuminating this for you. It's illuminating your role in creating this new earth. And yes, the new earth is all about things that are possible where there were restrictions before. There's new ways of looking at things, new things that are possible. People are seeing this at other dimensions. It's not such an unusual thing anymore. It is obviously unusual, but it's happening more and more, and it's kind of like you're leading the way in this, bringing in that fun, bringing in that freshness, bringing in that love as well. So yeah, very powerful indeed. So I'm going to go to this deck now. So Spirit, more information please for people in group 2 who chose the Pyrite crystal. For what has the full moon in Taurus have for them? Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Wow. So there's a practical element to this as well, actually. Especially when we see the Empress card, which is obviously, she's to do with Mother Earth, the three-dimensional, but also I feel with you as well, it's connecting you to the higher frequencies of Earth, the frequencies that not everybody sees, the things, the realities, the dimensions that people don't see as well. It's almost like you'd be opened up to that even more. I feel like you are opened up to already, but I feel like it's happening more and more. And yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of you in this group who have been working on some sort of project. Yes, it could be a business, but now you're starting to see this light. Can you see? There's a light here, and things are really starting to take root. Your dreams and everything is starting to take root. Okay. There's definitely a sense of determination here, but also it's like your energy has not been depleted. Where you have felt that your energy has been depleted up to now in trying to create this wonderful new world for yourself and for others as well, when it does feel depleted, it's like the Page of Wands comes in and gives that new burst of youthful energy, that way forward as well, that new sense of hope and direction, which is obviously wonderful. So anything else, please, for people in group 2? What's in store for them for this full moon lunar eclipse? Earth Angel. Wow. Yeah, a lot of very spiritual people in this group. Earth Angels, light workers. There's that kind of energy coming through. So yeah, look at this light. Number 4, kindness, sensitivity is strength, higher perspective, divine abilities definitely coming through. Yes, you're leading the way, and you can see this angels rising up. It's, you are connected to the higher frequency of the angels, the frequencies of the heavens, and you are leading the way. It's just wonderful. It's really like you're teaching a new way of living. In whatever way that resonates with you, whatever way you're doing it, it's having a really widespread impact, a really positive impact as well. And the full moon is really bringing this to light. I fear that a lot of you have set intentions. Sometimes when we set intentions on the new moon, depends on what the intentions are, they aren't immediately recognized in the following full moon. It can take quite a few phases to see this start to come to fruition. So I don't know when you set these intentions, but I can see there's a sense of it generating a lot of power for this particular full moon. You're starting to see the hard work paying off, and starting to be recognized as that Earth Angel, and you're lighting the way. Beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to ask Spirit for people in group 2. Can you give them any advice, please? Anything that they can focus on, anything that they can do to embody the power of this next full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, please. And remember, Taurus is ruled by Venus, and we have the symbol of Venus here in this lovely garden as well on the shield of the Empress. Oh, wow. Extremely powerful. I talked about the Tower before. The Tower precedes the Star card. Destruction of the old and bringing in of the new. Remember, we are in Scorpio season as well. So we have the 10 of Wands, followed by the 3 of Cups. I believe this came up in group 1. I think it might have been in this position. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. Now, I feel for you in group 2, this 10 of Wands, when we're talking about determination and hard work, and what Spirit is asking is that you need to realize now that you've done the hard work. You can actually take some time now in the full moon to actually start to celebrate. Don't struggle and you've done the hard work. For now, you can have a rest for now. This is what I'm feeling with this 3 of Cups energy, because with you celebrating, what will happen is resistance will drop and you will naturally tune in to the prosperous energies of the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. Remember, Taurus is to do with luxuries, beauty, all these sorts of things, stability as well. So you tune into that frequency, the positive frequencies of that. So they're really telling you, it depends. What they're telling me is that you need to find some way of relaxing and doing things you enjoy. And it doesn't matter what it is that you enjoy, as long as you enjoy it. And what that will do, that will tune you into the frequencies of the, the 9 of Cups. So yes, this is what they want you to do. So let's get some more info about this. So I want to know, please, about the 3 of Cups, please. And I feel as well, with you tuning into this energy of relaxing, letting your hair down, it's going to connect you more, to your spirituality, to your spirit guides as well. Oh, yes, definitely. You are going to get much more connected. We have here the Garden of Eden. We have a garden here. We have all that beauty coming down. It's time for you to do something to celebrate this full moon. Dance in the moonlight, whatever it is you want to do, it doesn't matter. Feel that things are dropping away. Remember, with full moons as well, what happens is things are sort of blasted away. Things fall away, things that no longer serve you, in order to bring in new things. Doors are being closed in order to open new doors as well. The old earth going to the new earth as well. So yes, this will get you to tune in. This will help you to tune in to that lovely angelic frequencies. Remember, you are an earth angel as well. So really capitalize on that ability that you have. So yes, be in that state of enjoyment, and then you will receive these energies. It will strengthen you. You start to get to be more connected to your subconscious, and your subconscious is really the seat of your intuition, your psychic abilities, your abilities to connect to your guardian angel or any kind of angel, or any kind of high frequency, and that will tap you in to this lovely energy of wish fulfillment as well. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man, which is all about surrendering, with also number 12, which is to do with the 12th house. That 12th house is connecting to your spirituality, connecting to other realms, other worlds, using your imagination, really getting creative as well. Remember, creation, the number 3 in numerology is to do with creation. So get creative. But in order to get creative, you need to enjoy yourself and bring in that fun element too. That's really important. And this will help you to go into other dimensions as well. Okay, so what have we got now? I'm going to go to this deck, I think. So any more information, please? What can people in group 2 do, please, for the full moon to make the most out of this energy, out of this wonderful time? Spirit of Gratitude, yes. And this is number 43. And in this particular deck, it's the Oracle of the Seven Energies. This corresponds to the crown chakra. And yeah, all this wonderful bright light is coming through. Again, like this, this bright light here. So the more you're connected to positivity, feeling gratitude for the things that you have, celebrating the things that you have, what will happen is you'll be more fine-tuned to your angelic frequency here, and this will tap you in to receive even more, whether this be material things, as well as that feeling associated with gaining as well. That feeling of being at one, of being at peace, being happy with where you're going, that feeling that your hard work is really, really paying off as well. And one last card. Let's have a look. I'm going to go to this deck, I think. So Spirit, one last card, please, for people in group 2. Advice for them, please, on what to do, what to focus on for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, please, this Saturday. The nectar, yes, the nectar, and this is all the good things that come from, that come from the flower, the nectar, this is what the bees want, all the goodness, that honey, all that kinds of things. So it's really embodying that energy, really tuning into the energy as well. So yeah, really focusing on the beauty, the lovely things in life, and that will elevate you as well. When you start to feel gratitude, then you start to notice the beauty of the things that you have, the beauty of what's around you, and then you start to attract more and more of that into your life as well. And then you are more of a guiding light to others, and you will help others to embody that frequency as well. And you lead the way for them, they'll follow you, and then yes, it will be a wonderful, prosperous new earth as well. So, lovely reading, group 2. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, all the usual things, and leave a comment if you wish to do so. But for now, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus this Saturday, the 28th of October 2023. So I'm releasing this video a few days before the full moon, and it does feel very, very powerful for you. So what I'm seeing really, I'm seeing the traveler. When I'm looking at your energies, I'm seeing the traveler, and I'm seeing somebody that's leaving what is possibly something very, very comfortable, something they're used to. I'm getting the image of a hearth, them burning fires of home. And it's like someone's leaving that, but also there might be return to that as well. And I see a lot of different journeys. It's like it's like a saga in a film, really, like a big spiritual journey, a soul journey. I'm seeing different landscapes. Some are dark, some are really, really icy and cold looking as well. But it's like, I see some as well like an explorer. There's that explorer energy, and I'm seeing somebody put a pole down saying X marks the spot. When somebody reaches a summit, like a climber, they reach a summit and they put down the flag, basically, a flag to show that they've reached the top. So I'm feeling that sort of energy coming in for you for the full moon. So something has definitely come to some sort of climax. There's definitely some sense of achievement, a sense of going out of one's comfort zone. So that's what I'm seeing. So let's just see what the cards have for you, group 3. And this can resonate with you in many, many different ways. Okay. Whether this being an internal journey or something external as well, it will resonate with, with each of you differently. So Spirit, for the next full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus this Saturday, the 20th of October, what is in store for people in group 3, please, who chose the clear quartz crystal? What's in store for them? wow, some shadow work possibly happening here. So some sort of internal journey of the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Then we have King of Cups, so yes. Then we have the Four of Swords. And then, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups came up in group 2 as well. Okay. Now I'm drawn to the turbulence of the sea, where the king is on his platform, on his raft. He's alone at sea. It's very, very turbulent, but he's able to stay afloat. He's able to steer. It's like he's steering this raft in the way that he wants to go, but it feels very, very uncomfortable. But there's a sense of you balancing and alchemizing your energies as well. It's going to be very, very intensely reflective as well, which I see with this Four of Swords. So they're indicating to me there's a need for you really to give yourself that space, give yourself that time to really connect with who you truly are. So I feel for a lot of you, it's about a really internal journey. It's like a journey through the dark night of the soul, through some kind of spiritual awakening. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So I'm going to get more information about the Nine of Cups. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's the wish fulfillment card, but I'd like some more information, please. People in group 3. As I'm shuffling, what I'm thinking is that if you have set any previous intentions, you're going quite a way in this full moon to see these wishes start to be fulfilled as well, which is a lovely message. Okay, that came out. Ace of Swords. I'm not sure where that's going. I think I'm going to put that there. It felt like it was flying that way. Okay. Do you know what? I think I'm going to get clarifiers for both of these. So King of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Interesting that they're both cup cards as well. So to do with the emotions, your feelings as well. Then we have the Sword of Clarity here. New beginnings, the Ace of Swords, right on the bottom of the deck. So we have the Two of Wands, the pioneer energy. He's going out into the world. He's planning his next step. He's going into the world. Here, as you can see, he's in his comfort zone before he sets sail on this sea. But he's planning. He's in that power. And then we have Three of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm looking at this Eight of Swords. It kind of flew out and it was kind of going that way. But it feels like that you're going to get a sense of mental calmness and mental focus. It's going to be very reflective. And what this will do, this will help to relieve you of this Eight of Swords energy. With the Eight of Swords, it could be a time when you're feeling quite mentally lacking in resources, in terms of feeling quite bound, feeling quite restricted mentally. But there's a trace of water here. There's a sense of, it's like they're in this card for your reading, they're wanting this person to come out of the bind and to actually connect with this water as well. And you see the water behind her as well. It's like these swords are stopping her from connecting with her feelings because the mind has become a kind of a prison for her. But as you notice, when you look up here, you see a very, very different energy. So the mind is starting to become, it's changed from a prison to a space, to a sanctuary for the person. They're using their mind in the best way possible. They're using the mind to really, really clear. And you can see the sword here and this golden light is going from the crown right down to the earth. So really, if you're thinking about the chakras, all the chakras are being illuminated. Everything is being balanced. The energy is flowing freely. And we have these three different swords. One is going towards the third eye, which is, our connection to our intuition, to our spirituality, to our imagination, as well as our pineal gland. The gland that's being activated. This looks like I was going to say throat, but I think it's more to do with the heart chakra. It's more kind of the upper heart, I would say, or the higher heart, this particular sword here. So again, our heart's been opened. You're more connected to your heart's desires, your emotions. And remember, your heart's desires as well, that's going to actually get you on the right frequency to actually start to get into that frequency of wish fulfillment. And then we have the solar plexus energy, which is about you really having that willpower, going out into the world, okay, having that bravery. Not just going out into the external world, but we have the internal world as well. It's about really starting to, on the bottom of the deck, we have the shadow here, starting to face the shadow. Remember, the bottom of this deck, we have the that illumination from facing the shadow. You start to get the truth, and that's coming to you really, really bright. It's illuminating the darkness. And what that's doing is giving you loads of information about where your mind has really, really held you back, and it stopped you going into flow, and it stopped you being able to manage all the different emotions, all the different energies around you and within you. So it feels like you're coming to a sense of peace as well, really, really important. And I feel like with this Three of Pentacles, it seems as if you are connecting to a particular frequency that's allowing you to have some sort of discourse or conversation with your spirit guides. And I'm looking at this Three of Pentacles, and I see these dark recesses within us all. If you're talking metaphorically, recesses, the shadow within us that we don't want to face. But now, because you are facing them, you have been facing that shadow, things are starting to be revealed. Your spirit guides are starting to come out. They're starting to talk to you. They're starting to give you information. They're starting to, trying to help you, support you to get you into this energy of aligning with how you want your life to be, rather than feeling really, really restricted as well. So you're definitely coming into a sense of more power over yourself and where you're going. Remember, full moon as well is about illuminating things that are in the shadow, and then blasting away things that no longer serve you as well. So very, very powerful time for you, group 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the Moonology deck just to get some more information about what this is that's in store for people in group 3 for this next very powerful full moon lunar eclipse. What do you need to release? Then we have waning moon, and the waning moon comes obviously straight after the full moon, that intense energy. I talked about things that are being released, things that are being cast away. These swords are starting to be released. These things that have held you back. You've been going along this dark night of the soul journey for a long, long time. And now what you'll notice is that the full moon energy, it's illuminating things that no longer serve you. You'll start to recognize the energies, the thoughts, the doubts, things like that, the restricting thoughts about yourself and about the world around you. This is starting to fall away. You'll notice what's holding you back, and you realize that you need to release it. Funny as well, we have an icy image. And yeah, it's almost like the image that, not identical, but it's almost like the image that I saw of somebody, a traveller, sort of travelling through this unknown territory, very, very cold, but there's a sense of release here from taking up the challenge, really. Okay, I'm going to go to this deck now, I think. So what else can you tell me, please, Spirit, for people in group 3 who chose the clear quartz for this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus? Kairos. Now, what I'm drawn to is the picture of the eye. And the blue as well. Blue is to do, it's almost like that crystal clear, that watery energy as well. The eye is blue as well. What I'm seeing here, there's a definite expansion taking place because you've done all this shadow work, all this work. Remember your spirit guides there, and all these things that are hidden in the shadows as well, they're starting to reveal themselves to you. This is telling me that your third eye is going to have some sort of expansion during this full moon phase, because you're seeing what is needing to be released. And you're seeing a way forward, and you're seeing a way how to, you're not working blindly anymore. Your eyesight, your inner eye, your pineal gland. It's interesting, I focused on this sword that's focused on the pineal gland, the third eye. So definitely a sense of expansion. Your psychic abilities are starting to increase during this time. Really powerful to you, for you as well. You're starting to be aware of all the other dimensions, the interdimensional energies I see here as well. And you're able to traverse it much better because your inner eyesight, your third eye, is much more open. You have much more of an expansive vision as well. Okay. Intensely powerful. Group 3. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to ask Spirit for some more information for you. But Spirit, for people in Group 3, please can you tell me, is there any actions they can take, anything they can do, anything that they can focus on to really, really get the most out of the power and everything that's in store for them for this full moon, please? What I will say as well, when you're doing anything, if you're not used to having your third eye opened, do it in a way that is safe and at a pace that feels right for you. There's no rush to do this. And remember as well, with the full moon, anything that you're doing is going to be amplified. So anything that's emotional and difficult, any energies that are chaotic, that's going to be amplified and going to be much more chaotic and much more intense, which is why what they've done, because you're having such a big expansion of your third eye, they've got this Four of Swords energy. So it's a kind of a gentle, reflective energy, and only allow the third eye to open at a time, at a pace that's right for you as well. That's really, really important as well. So it's not too much at once, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but really, rely on your intuition regarding that as well. Then we have the Emperor. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Swords. So what I'm getting from this Emperor is for you to focus on a sense of self-worth, self-mastery. As we have here, he's in his own power, really. He's got the world in his hands. But before he goes out onto the voyage, he's making sure he has all his resources. He's planning out the route as well. Yeah, this is what the Emperor's about, really. You've got in this context anyway, the number 4, which is about stability. It's a very stable energy. And the Emperor, it's about, he's able to see, he's really, really high up, but he's able to see everything. He's able to delegate tasks. He's able to see things before they happen. He's able to make an assessment as well. He's able to make a judgment before he takes action. So he's in a really, really powerful position as well. And he's able to go into action whenever he needs to. And this is what they want you to embody. So really focus on that masculine power of the masculine side of that orderliness. Structure is really important for you. And that sense of self-authority and self-worth is really important for you right now. And then this, to me, the Six of Pentacles, is really expecting that things are going to work out for you, even if they don't feel like they're working out for you. It's about getting yourself into that mode of thinking that you are able to achieve or receive anything that you like, anything that you set your mind to. And what will happen is slowly, any form of resistance, mental resistance, as for example the Eight of Swords, that will start to fall away. The energy will start to become more open. Your third eye will expand in a way that feels right for you, and you'll start to see things coming through in a much more tangible way. Remember, the Six of Pentacles is an Earth card, so this is about you noticing improvements in terms of yes, it could be financial abundance, very much so, especially since we're talking about the Taurus. The full moon is in Taurus, which is about financial abundance, security, things like that. That will start to increase your self-worth as well. But also, yeah, things to do with self-worth and that confidence about you, and that will naturally the finances and everything, that'll be a byproduct of that, because you're tuning into an energy. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is about you moving through these turbulent waters to much calmer waters. Remember, we have the Four of Swords here. This is about calm. Really important for you to focus on that calm. I feel for this group, it's probably quite a good idea for you to, if it works for you, definitely to meditate. Meditation would be a really, really good thing. Visualization might be good as well. Imagining all these obstacles and all these things falling away. Imagine the light of the full moon, really releasing all your things that you need to release. In order for you to see the direction that you're going in as well. Okay, I want to know more, please, about the Six of Pentacles, please. Actually, and the Emperor. I want to know more about that, please, as well. So, wow, we have the Two of Swords. And yes, this is very much very different energy to the Eight of Swords. So with the Eight of Swords, she's they're both blindfolded, obviously. She feels restricted there. She feels quite powerless, but she's able to unravel these binds. But if you notice, the difference is, with the Two of Swords, she's chosen to be in this position. She's sitting there and she's waiting for wisdom. She's willing, she's open. She's waiting to accept that wisdom to come through. And we have the moon in the background. She's waiting to accept any new wisdom and waiting to see. Remember, the eyes are blindfolded in order for that third eye to be relied on and to be activated as well. She can then see the energies that no longer serve her, things that need to be released. And this is what the Emperor energy will help you with as well. The Emperor could also be, for some of you, a particular spirit guide that embodies that energy, that can teach you how to really be your own Emperor as well. And with Six of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords. I'm not sure with this Knight. I'm going to get more information about that. Okay, more information, please, for the Knight of Swords. Okay, Knight of Cups. So, what they're telling me is that there is no rush. The Knight of Swords, he's rushing, but in this reading, if you see, by him rushing, thinking quickly, he's actually going backwards. When what you need to do is get into that space, that sense of reflecting. Remember, the full moon is very chaotic. If you go into this energy, then you're going to amplify all them chaotic energies. It's going to make you feel more restricted and more chaotic. And it's hard to get into this Four of Swords energy if you do that. So if you allow this energy, this intuition to come through, what will happen is you start to receive. So it's about receiving, but in a really, really gentle way. So it's making the most of that bright, powerful. Remember, it's a very transformative. Big changes are happening during the Scorpio season. It's a total eclipse, lunar eclipse, and it's also a full moon as well. So it's about really working, I think, gently with the full moon energy, and then you'll start to receive. Because this feels to me, with this Knight of Swords, it's like the person is rushing, trying to do everything, going into things without thinking, and it's going backwards. When in fact, what you need to do is be in that Two of Swords energy, the Four of Swords energy, embodying the Emperor energy. And what will happen is you'll start to expect, as I said before, the Six of Pentacles is about expecting things to come through. This Knight of Cups often, reveals to me, what it says to me for you as well is this is symbolizing some kind of intuition, some kind of idea, something new, something really wonderful coming to you from your spirit guides. They're giving you a gift, they're bringing you a gift in order for you to move on to much calmer, much more tranquil waters as well. Okay, so let's see. We'll go to this deck now. Any more advice, please? What can people in group 3 do or focus on for this full moon phase? Shagai fragments. This feels to me, looking at this card, it's like don't try and put everything together at once. It's just wait and let the fragments, let the pieces of the puzzle come together. They will come together in time. So it's about reflecting and just waiting and then taking the time, and then you'll start to see how to put the puzzle together. These are fragments of a puzzle, I feel. You'll start to get more information. Instead of rushing and putting the jigsaw together wrong, you're actually taking the time, you're considering, and then you're getting wisdom from your spirit guides, which is connected to your intuition, connected to your higher self. And then you can build that jigsaw, build out your spiritual journey in a much more better way, in the right way, I should say. So work on the fragments first, work on building them. Remember, with the dark night of the soul, any sort of spiritual awakening, it's not an immediate process. There's different levels to it in order to get the best out of it. So just work on one thing at a time, I think, is the best advice here. And one more card, please, for people in group 3 who chose the clear quartz. What can they do? What can they focus on? Wow. Ships of light. 11. Very spiritual number, master number in numerology. Beam up your vibration. Open to star family. Wow. So they could actually, like, maybe some of you in this group might be good for you actually there might be some parts of group 2 that might resonate with you as well. So yeah, some of you might have some, by you allowing that time, not getting drawn into the that kind of panicky thinking mode, you start to get information. You start to get information from a much higher frequency, and as we can see, your vibration will start to increase. And then when your vibration increases, you'll open up to many, many new ideas, new fragments of wisdom that will come through. You might get some sort of insights about possibly past lives, or, you know, as a star seed, or other interdimensional lives. You might not be able to put your finger on it, or it might be really, really obvious. But remember, within that meditative state here, this is when things start to come through. Remember, the shadows starting to come through. The third eye is opening as well. And this lovely light is coming through. So yeah, you're being opened much more to your soul family, your soul group as well. And they can come from a variety of places, 3-dimensional and all other dimensions as well, and all other star systems as well. So I feel that this is a time for you to be open to new things to come through. Yeah, really exciting time actually, group 3. Okay, so I hope that helped. Please leave a comment if you wish to do so. And if you liked the video, please like, share, subscribe. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.